And we were just talking about Alan. He is long. He is lean. Alan Hargrove, 38 years old. He's 6'2", weighed in at 185 pounds. Fights for champion boxing. Now, he's got a 9-4 record, but I don't know if that's his kickboxing record or his MMA record or his boxing record or his fencing record or any other combat sports that Alan Hargrove probably does.
Yeah, I think, and I'll tell you that that's a deceiving record too, because I'm pretty sure he's definitely had more than 13 fights. But he's a gamer, man. He's a gamer. You have to be to do BOONCHU. I mean, it's just,
oh my God.
You can't block the same way. You can't parry the same way. Your hands, you can't snap them the same way. I mean, the game just completely changes. And if you get hit hard, you can't shoot the takedown. You can't stay in the clinch. You can't, get these moments that you would normally afford yourself in MMA.
And since you are not worried about them,
right,
your strikes are a little bit looser, a little bit easier, a little bit more focused.
Jack.
You're not worried about, throwing a nice crisp combo, and the next thing you see is a ceiling because you got taken down in the middle you didn't even notice. And there's a gentlemanly bow by Alan Hargrove.
And his opponent, making his way to the cage and fighting out of the blue corner, Alsheimer.
6'2", 185 pound, 34-year-old Jonathan Alsheimer fights for Valhalla MMA. Here he comes now. And let's talk a little bit more about boxing gloves versus MMA gloves. A lot of people think a boxing glove is to protect your head. It is not. It is to protect your hand because you are only using it for 12, 10 rounds. A 16-ounce boxing glove, ladies and gentlemen, think about holding a full pint glass and hitting someone with it. That's the weight of your fist inside a boxing glove. Now, there have been all sorts of studies, which hits harder, boxing glove, MMA glove, all different sorts of gloves, and it's pretty much a wash, and it's that extra weight in the boxing glove that matters. Here's the thing, and this is why BOONCHU matters. One of the things that Charles just talked about, you're not worried about getting taken down. Your punching and your striking can be more focused because it is dedicated to doing damage rather than worrying about reacting to a takedown. Another thing is, boxing gloves are good at is protecting yourself. When you pull up those two big boxing gloves next to your chin, it is great for defense, and that goes away when we're talking BOONCHU.
And Chris is going to tell us all about it here in a minute as he introduces
That's
both
what I
fighters.
thought he was.
Excellent description. Excellent description.
People are excited.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. This bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. It is an American BOONCHU title bout in the 185-pound division. Starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 6'2" and weighing in at 185 pounds, fighting out of champion boxing with a record of 5 wins and 4 defeats. It's Alan Hargrove. His opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 6'2", weighing in at 185 pounds, and fighting out of Valhalla MMA. He is representing all of the teachers and students of Princeton County Public Schools. It's Jonathan Ashburn. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is an American BOONCHU title bout in the 185-pound division. There will be 3 5-minute rounds, and your referee is Michael Goldman.
This is for the belt, Charles. 3 5-minute BOONCHU rounds. And you know what? Some fighters are made for BOONCHU. Anthony Wilson fought BOONCHU here for CageZilla. And Anthony Wilson, this guy, first of all, he's never fought somebody his size. He's always fighting bigger than this. Made for BOONCHU. I think Alan Hargrove and probably Jonathan Alsheimer might be 2 of those guys.
Fun fact
Strong
here.
kicks.
Fun fact, I actually work with Jonathan Alsheimer.
Do you really?
Yeah, he works at the school right down the street from mine. He's a teacher.
What does he
That's-
teach?
I think.
Hand-to-hand combat, apparently.
Right.
It's unusual to see that in a grammar school, but hey.
Roundhouse kicks.
Teaches you how to not get your milk money stolen.
Yeah. Ooh, big
Nice
shot
little
there
low
from
kick
Alan
and
Hargrove.
overhand from Hargrove.
Good movement.
Boy, these guys both got to watch their open hand strikes. Oh. Yeah, I know that's one thing MMA is cracking down on, is throwing those fingers first strikes. Some referees are more particular about it than others.
Good right hand. You know, the only thing John's doing here a little bit, so you can see how he's keeping his hands. They're very open. You see him before he throws a punch because he goes and he makes the fist before he throws.
Yeah.
He's got to be a little bit looser and throw the shot and land, and you tighten up at the end of his punch.
At the end of the punch,
instead
absolutely.
of tightening up before he throws it.
More like
That's
a whip.
telegraph.
Yep.
Exactly, more like a whip.
You know, Allen's starting to work those legs a little bit. With a little. Oh, that was
nice kick.
nice.
Thud. That was a thud.
That was.
Got to follow that up. Big shot there landed.
And that's a case where you can't shoot for the takedown.
Jonathan hits very, very hard. But there was a good opportunity there to land an extra shot.
Somebody has sprung a bit of a leak. And I think it's Jonathan, but I'm not sure.
Looks like an elbow.
Big shot landed
That was.
there. It's hard to
Oh,
block
some
these.
big shots. Good job of covering. But like you said, hard to block him, Charles.
It's hard to block. One got through, and that rocked Allen.
Boy, and even with those 4-ounce gloves, if a big overhand right hits on the outside of that glove, it's still going to ring your bell.
Yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem.
It
You
is
want to
a
avoid
problem.
these shots. You know, these guys are sitting in the pocket, but you really want to be getting out of the way.
Yeah. And if this goes the distance, it's going to be 15 minutes
Good
of
body.
BOONCHU kickboxing.
Ain't gonna happen.
That's a bold
Caution
prediction.
again.
Big shot right on the end. Oh, John calling him forward.
That was a big, wide cowboy punch out of Jonathan.
He just ate a shot. That hurt him. I mean, these guys are putting everything they have into it. There's still 2 minutes left in the round.
Two good chins, though. Like you said, Charles, it is not as easy to knock people out as it is in the movies.
Good block by
You know,
Hargrove.
Jonathan's starting to work that right side of the body, that liver side of the body on Allen.
You know, it's interesting. It looks like John's elbow is actually bleeding.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
What were we doing when you were saying that?
Yeah. Oh, big shot. That hurt John. Landed a few hard shots there.
Oh,
And
and
he's
right
hurt again.
back. A nice little pawing right
Oh, his
hand
legs
from
are
Allen
almost out.
Hargrove.
John's got to move. He's hurt right now. He's hurt. Big shot. That dropped him.
And that is that.
He gets an 8 count, but he's on a different planet right now. Now here's the thing. Allen's coming right back at him. And there's still a minute and a half left. John's got to keep his hands up.
Got to get his hands up.
Big knee to the body. That right hand hurt.
Oh, and that is going to be all
He
she
gets an
wrote,
8 count.
I believe.
He's counting quick. The ref counted real quick, and you know, that excellent call.
Wow.
Excellent call.
He is so good at his
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, Jonathan just found himself in no man's land. You just you can't hang out
I mean,
there
how
like
many
that.
more of those shots do you want to take as an amateur?
You know, this is a dangerous game, this BOONCHU, but my goodness, Allen Hargrove. And
Big-
he's just as tough as they come.
He is as tough as they come.
You know, and John came out real hot. So, you know, he came out here throwing a lot of kicks, a lot of heavy shots. You know, at one point, Allen had me a little concerned because he was blocking a lot of them.
and Jonathan
but he
had
was
to weather
sitting
a storm here, didn't he? Or
Yeah,
rather, Allen had
did,
to
you
weather
know,
a storm.
And when he was blocking those punches, they were getting through. They were still hurting him. But then he just started timing his shots, and he started doing a great job of catching John on the way out.
You know what? When you play all the hurt his
Right
foot
there.
kicking him. Yeah.
You know,
Allen just had to sort of hop across the cage. What a fight! You know, in the video game, you get like head health, body health, leg
Yeah.
health. I mean, Allen's body toughness is significant. He took some hard blows in his midsection.
Allen took some real hard headshots too.
Yeah, he did.
You know, the level of effort there is just. I mean, Very, very impressive. Very impressive from Alan Hargrove. He just, he does everything. He
Yeah.
really does do everything.
Yes.
And he brought the game here. I mean, right here you see he just starts landing these hard shots, and this is where it started to rock him. This is the beginning of the end when John just starts throwing punches flat on his feet, and he's just hands
And look at his
down,
hands.
he's getting,
Yeah.
that one right there really wobbled him. And he starts to move, tries to get his legs back, but he got hit again. And then this one actually drops him right here.
Yep.
Now when he
Nice
gets
little
up,
right hook.
he gets up. You can actually see he looks around. He's like, catching himself back, and he comes and he tries to move around again. But the problem is he only has an 8 count. So right in here, he's forced to go right back into these exchanges, and he's just not.
This knee, boom.
He's just not there yet. And the right hand.
And the right
followed,
hand
and
again.
then as he backs up,
A big
there
wide
was one
left.
more.
Yeah, there was no defense offered. Let's go see what Mr. Fuller has to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Michael Goldman has called a stop to the action 4 minutes and 7 seconds into the third quarter. For your winner, by knockout, on the red corner, it's Alan Hargrove.
very impressive win from Alan Hargrove.
Absolutely, and a belt to take home.
He bowed his way in, and he's bowing his way out.
Chris said it right. He's like, this isn't going 15. Heck of a fight. And, all credit to Jonathan Alsheimer for hanging in there that whole fight. I mean, that was right there. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jay Colligan. That's going to do it for us here in the broadcast booth. It's an honor and a pleasure to work with Chris Fuller and Charles DeGisco here at CageZilla. This was CageZilla 51.
Wow.
I can't believe how many of these things you guys have done. Thanks to Jeff Wild, CEO.